Hello there. Oh, how is everyone doing? I don't know why I'm doing this accent. This accent reminds me of something, but I can't remember what. And now it's annoying me. Oh yeah. Okay, how's everyone doing? Hello. What's up? What is up? No, YouTube, I don't want to insert ads here. Ads are horrible. We don't like ads here. Why do I have such a long piece of PTFE tube? Where are you from? You can go there. How's everyone doing today? Strange Brew. No, it's from something. It sounds like, it reminds me of like a Jim Carrey thing. And I don't know exactly what. Okay, now dear. It's like an overly fake, like, Canadian accent. And I don't know what it's from. Letterkenny? Well, that's the thing. It's impersonating like that Northern Ontario, Manitoba-ish accent, right? Like that like, when you think of the Canadian accent, oh, hey, buddy, old pal, you know, pilot the bombardier, oh, you know, the Canadians don't speak like that. That's like saying like all Americans speak redneck, right? Not all Americans sound like a redneck, but like for some reason Canadians have the one accent, which actually very few Canadians have that accent. Strange Brew. I don't know what Strange Brew is. It's like. It's almost like a Mrs. Doubtfire, like it's triggering like a Mrs. Doubtfire memory. Good morning from Germany. Guten Abend. It's reminding, like, I don't know what it's from, and it's annoying me. Oh, hey there, old buddy, old pal. Like, it's like it's like from a skit or something where somebody's faking a Canadian accent or something. I can't remember. Anyways. What time is it in my location? It is 8 p.m. here. This is a Saturday night stream. The Saturday night, 8 p.m. Yeah, it could be like a Bob and Doug thing. It could be like the Bob and Doug thing. Okay. Apparently I found out, I was watching like one of those random YouTube videos. Apparently, like where I live at, we have it is a regional dialect. Like it's like I almost have a Midwestern accent, which people have mistaken me for Midwestern American, but it's like I speak Midwestern, or it sounds Midwestern, but there's like a bunch of Canadian in it. Like the way we say like roof and stuff like that, not rough, or garage instead of garage. There's like this little area of Southern Ontario, because we're so close to America, it's like we got this weird hybrid accent where I'm at. So I just remember being in the southern states once, and I went through a KFC, and I had a rental car, and the rental car had Ohio plates on it. And I go through the KFC, and it's a Southern belle, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Elle, you from Ohio?" And I'm like, "No, ma'am, I'm from Canada." And she looked at me, and she's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, I'm from Canada. I'm here. I'm here for work or whatever. I got a service call." She's like, "Why are you lying to me, boy?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You don't sound Canadian." I'm like, "Ma'am, I grew up south of Detroit. What do you expect me to sound like?" She was expecting like all Canadians sound like the flappy-headed, South Park Canadian. And I'm like, that's not the most Canadians sound normal. I don't know how normal. I don't know. Okay, so what are we doing tonight? We are going to carry on with the Micron frame. The goal today is hopefully get the X gantry installed, belt up everything, and then we're not going to be able to do the tool head because I haven't printed any of the parts for the tool head, because I got to do that apparently. So I'll do that after the stream. But we're going to work on this for a bit, and then yeah, it's just going to be a nice little relaxing Saturday night stream. You're all going to take your mouse, okay? So I want you all to follow along. Okay, we got a class participation section. We have a class participation section. So you're all going to scroll down, get your mouse wheel. Okay, you're going to do this. You're going to scroll down, or yeah, unless you're like a crazy person, you have your mouse inverted. You're going to scroll down. Okay, you're going to scroll down to the description of this video. First, you're going to see the like button. okay? You're gonna move your mouse over it, you're gonna click the like button, okay? After that, you're gonna go to the video description. You might have to hit show more. There's an entry form there. Every stream we give away a spool of polymaker filament. You need to click that and enter, because at the end of stream, we're gonna give away a spool of polymaker filament. But make sure you click the like button first. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed, and then ring the bell, and I'll do that. And then enter to win, right? Because you're not gonna be that guy. You're not gonna enter for the free filament, and you're not gonna give the courtesy to like the smash button, right? You're better than that, right? Right. And then while you're down there, if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, because I know some of you are, consider gifting memberships to others. That way other people can hang out when we do cool, fun member stuff. Also, just because current events, if World War III breaks out midstream, just like at me. Just if it goes from regional to bigger than regional, just at me. I'd like to know. Other than that, we're good. Okay. I really love the pink on this. I am really loving the pink on this. I want to put the skirts on today just so I have more pink on this. I'm loving this. I'm loving this frame. I'm loving these colors. I'm thinking the color choice that we went with was a really good idea. Wayne gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Want to see it in person? Unfortunately, I am not bringing this. I might bring it to somewhere later on if I drive to an event, but I'm flying to Smurf next week, and I don't bring stuff when I fly. It's too much of a pain in the butt, especially international. I did get my ETA. For those wondering, if you are going to Smurf in England, in jolly old UK, you need to fill out an ETA. I don't know what it stands for, but it's like download an app on your phone that the UK government makes you download. Take up pictures of your face and your passport, and it takes like 2 minutes, and you get an ETA, and you don't even have to print anything out. So I got the ETA. I did that today. It took 2 minutes, and they're like, yeah, you're good. And I'm like, okay, and that was that. Is this a 2.4 for the little guy? Well, you could say that, but this is just it's a small printer. It's just a smaller printer. But first things first, I gotta get out some screws that I forgot in here. I was gonna do it after stream, and then I completely forgot. And then today, with all the shit going on, I kind of forgot. So first things first, we gotta get some nuts out of here. Electronic travel authorization. Yeah, sure, if that's what ETA stands for. I don't know, it's like 20 quid, or it cost me like, it's like 16 quid, which is like $22 US, which is like more than I like Canadian. And it's just a way for the UK government to make money. Like, all it does is basically, it collects all the info, the passport. All it is all the info, like when you go through customs, and there's a guy at customs, and he's like, what do you do for a living? How long are you gonna be here? Blah, blah, blah. All the info you would tell that person, you're telling an app now, and you're paying $20 for the privilege of telling the app. So, yeah, fun. We really need those 16 quid. Hey, it could be worse. My mom just went to St. Kitts, I think, yeah. My mom just went to St. Kitts. It was like $60 a head. It was like $60 a person for their totally, you need to pay this fee to be allowed in the country. Okay, let's get these out. One nut. I gotta denut my gantry. By the way, who was that gifted? I could have sworn. Wayne, I thank you for those 5 gifted memberships, right? If not, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate it. There we go. So how is everyone's weekend going so far? Anything exciting going on? Anything new and exciting? Anything big and exciting in the world of 3D printing? Oh shoot, that's what I got. Shoot, I meant to do this at the start of stream. The power flickered today. There was like a pre-planned power, I don't know, they were working on the power line, so the power flickered for a couple minutes today. And which means I gotta reload Fusion, so we'll be a minute here. Cheaty Max 4. Is there anything different about it versus the previous cheaties? Is it an enclosed Core XY with a chamber heater? You probably got, dude, so many of my family members, or just like people I know, have been sick. Like flu season this year was insane. The print, oh, the awards were announced. Oh, is it a video? I mean, we can't watch the video, but can I like, they announce who won the printable awards? By the way, I love these awards. Oh, it was a live thing. Oh. Do they, is there a list anywhere? Because I don't want to watch the live thing. I just want to see the entries. Like, that's cool that they do that though. I really like how Printables is like doing that kind of stuff to promote creators and whatnot. And it's like organically and not involving clankers. Click the link. There. Well, there's a video, but I don't want to click the video. Where's it at? I don't know. If there's a link to it, just put it in the Discord and I'll take a look at it. Okay, come on, Fusion. Load this model up. Close. Okay, let's... There's... Guys! 25% off Fusion! Yeah, no, I'm not paying for Fusion. I'm sorry, I am not paying for Fusion. No. No. Okay, file... Open. Open from computer. There we go. This is going to take a minute to open it, and the screen's going to probably freak out. You don't see the Polymaker link to enter to win some filament? It should be there. 73 people have already entered. Oh, hit refresh. If you joined the stream before I went live, I put the link in the description as I go live. Because my rule for giveaways is, I know some people do, you have to be here to win, but since I stream at like weird times for a couple hours, I know not everyone can be here for the full stream, especially you Europeans. You need your beauty sleep. You need to go. So my rule here to the CPU gets hit hard, it's got to be something with the graphics or with the max headroom. It's something to do with the PCI Express capture card. No, we're trying to open a big file on Fusion for the CAD for this thing, because we got to mount our XY joints, and I got to see what size we need here. We need to put these in, so let's install these. I'm assuming M3/8. Everything on this is M3/8, so I'm assuming it's M3/8. So we'll see how the stream goes today. I've got a bit of a headache. Post the link in the live stream Discord. Okay. So we'll see how it goes. There we go. Okay. Oh, don't lose the computer. Why can't I? There we go. Okay, designer of the year. Who was the winner? Is it by like is Sousaphone designer of the year? Is that how it works? I pick Silly Butts personally. 3D model of the year. Need to get it. Yeah, the problem is it's annoying too, because every time I restart the computer, or every time like the program is, it doesn't remember Affinity. So it's a bit annoying. Oh, the winner. Oh, the video. Okay, so it doesn't show the winners on the site. Okay. That's kind of annoying. Are we sure he's not a clanker? I have a conscience, so no. Also, hey, if you didn't see the whole like AI coup last night, can't if you for anything from AI can't. If you saw what happened last night with the U.S. Department of Defense and Anthropic and OpenAI, the scummiest like coup I've ever seen. That was like the scummiest maneuver I've ever seen a company pull. What AI did to Anthropic with the Department of Defense yesterday. Like straight up like super villain shit. I don't like it. Silly Butt's got the model toy of the year designer thing. Nice. I mean, Sousaphone deserves like the Buddy 13 or whatever it's called is definitely like one of the most like in a sea of flexy whatevers. The Buddy 13 is like a breath of fresh air. Do I have both in here? Yeah, I got both in there. Okay. Why Fusion and not On-Shape? Because I'm used to Fusion. I'm used to Fusion. Simple as that. Yeah, Fusion is my like go-to for the most part. It's the only CAD software I use somewhat regularly, and it's the one I'm just used to. So the whole sketch extrude workflow is what I'm used to. I don't do parametric. It's just what I'm used to. And like technically I'm just opening a step file. So Captain Planet isn't rebooted. Corporations run the world now and they don't want that shit. And PBS has no funding, so yeah. I'll be honest, classic media is kind of dead. Like, if you've been paying attention, like, classic, like, mainstream media, am I, like, somewhat laggy? Am I somewhat laggy, or am I just noticing it? I'm not dropping any frames. I don't know. Maybe it's just noticing something. Anyways, where'd that screwdriver go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, mainstream media is kind of dead. Everything costs too much to make, and it's like, oh, we spent 100 billion on this movie, and it didn't make 100 billion, so we're out of money. Oh yeah, Fusion was being all buggy, but now we're past that point. Hey, I had these stupid panels. Panel assembly gone. Okay. So let me hide the tool head. Tool heads. We don't need the tool heads. Okay. So I need to figure out what screw this is. What screw is this? Find in browser. It is an M320. I haven't watched TV. Well, here's the funny thing. If you think about it this way, okay, Paramount is paying like $100 billion to buy Warner Brothers. Both these companies have lost money in the past years, by the way. And like, Netflix has to spend, you know, hundreds of millions making content. You know who's winning the media war right now? YouTube. YouTube doesn't pay anything to make content. All they do is give creators a share of ad revenue and let them deal with it. Like, every YouTube video is like, essentially YouTube doesn't pay for any of that content. They just give you a share of ad revenue, which isn't even that good. And they make money hand over fist. So they don't even have to work. Meanwhile, like Netflix and all these other studios have to make put tons and tons of man hours into everything, cost into everything, and hope for a return on the investment. Meanwhile, YouTube is like, whatever. Trying to line up this nut is gonna be annoying. Come on. Oh, too far. Too far. Oh, maybe it's in. Is it in? It's in. There we go. Okay, one. Trying to line this up without being able to like see down the hole is fun. There we go. But yeah, it's kind of funny how that works, where it's like legacy media is having to spend all this money. Meanwhile, Mr. Beast is out there raking in billions, being like making, let's be honest, crap content. Like, look at me. I'm entertaining. What do we got? What do we got here? I'm entertaining 154 of you, and YouTube ain't paying for any of it. So make sure you like the smash button, ring the bell, and subscribe. Remember, the more you like the smash button, the more promotion the stream gets. So. I think I forgot to put the, oh wait, this one doesn't have it. That's right. This one doesn't have the T-nuts. I can't do that. So we're going to have to be a little adventurous today. Okay. Ah, dang it, I got grease on my... You're going to spin them front idler bearing mounts round before putting the... What? What do you mean spin them round? Well, we'll have fun putting them in. I mean, I can easily pop this out. Like, the reason this isn't in, so I can easily, like, get my finger in there, like if you're looking. The reason I haven't mounted these to these is I'm going to run the XY belts when I have all this extra room here, because this can move around so much right now, because it's just free floating. At least that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. David's here. Hey, David. Everyone say hi, David. What's new and exciting in the world of Dr. Randolph? How's the CNC? Have you made chips yet? Or actually, I'm assuming you're cutting wood on it, or plastic. I'm assuming you're not cutting metal on it. So making chips on it might not be something you're doing. The bearing mounts are the wrong way around. You should face the front, not the plastic mount. What? What do you mean I have them the wrong way around? That looks right. And these look... Oh, I see what you mean. 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 I have them swapped. I gotta swap them. I see what you mean. Yeah, that would not have lined up. Wood so far, working on squaring and tramming everything. Ooh, fun. Is it something you have to do mechanically or software? I'm assuming you want to do it mechanically, so it's the proper way. Actually, I think I could just slide it out. Yeah, just slide it right out. Oh, but I do have to... Yeah, I do have to unscrew it. Shoot. I mean, I could do a Steve and just put them in upside down. Wait, that doesn't work. Wait, is that... Do I gotta... What am I looking at here? Did I print the same one twice? Did I screw up and print the wrong ones? 1 second here. Well, the gantry's not attached to anything. It's just held on by these 4 pieces of plastic. They have actual adjustments, so you don't have to shim everything. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. Yeah, not having to shim it all to heck is nice. When will the manual get finished? I have no idea. I'm not part of the Printers for Ants team at all, so I couldn't tell you when this manual will get finished. I'll be honest, you don't really, like... The manual shows you all the critical steps. After that, you could probably honestly follow the V2 manual for how this goes together. Like, it's not exactly... super complicated. Like this isn't that complicated of a build, let's be honest. There we go. Like the manual shows you how to put all the sub-assemblies together, other than like this front one here. And then like actually putting together, you just follow the V2 manual. It's honestly not that big of a difference. This goes in like that. I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what I did. Put it together backwards. There we go. Now we're good. But again, remember, open source projects. Go watch the newest, if you haven't watched it yet, go watch the newest Veritasium video, okay? He talks about it's a nerdy video. It's about an exploit somebody managed to put into like a file compression software that's commonly used in Linux. The .xz exploit, if you know what I'm talking about. But go watch that video, okay? Because it highlights a very common thing in open source software, which is people bitching. No offense for the person asking about the manual, but it highlights an extremely common problem in open source of just people bitching. Like, how come you haven't merged this yet? This problem's been open for 3 weeks. Why aren't you working on this more? And bro's like, I do this in my free time on weekends, and I've been maintaining this by myself for 20 years. And like, I'm just doing what I can here, and people are just complaining because nobody wants to step up. And it's like, just go watch it. Obviously, don't watch it while you're watching this stream. The stream is more important. But like, go check it out. It's a very good video. But yeah, the whole thing with open source, with like, it's open source. Yes, don't get me wrong. It sucks when you're waiting on stuff to get done. It is what it is. But like, you have to understand, a lot of these are either passion projects or just small teams working on stuff. There's not always like, you know, Prusa Slicer. Prusa has paid employees constantly working on Prusa Slicer. Orca Slicer is a bunch of people doing it for free. There's a difference. Right? Like, it is what it is. Where did I put all my rolling T-nuts? I'm hoping my rolling T-nuts work on this. Where did I put them? Oh, they're over here. Okay, so let's see if I can get these to work. You go there, you go there. Altrano gifted 5 chips. Cheers and appreciated. So I Prusa Slicer. I mean, let's be honest. Somebody has to pay for the development for Bamboo to steal it. Or fork it. Open source means you get used and abused. Yeah, it's really sad. The current state of open source with like people just taking advantage of it. It is honestly sad. That one, that one, that one. Okay. Like how often stuff is getting abused and like people are getting taken advantage of. It sucks. It sucks to see. CHF is Swiss francs. Then what's the CH part? Like the F I understand is francs, but the CH is sh, not s. So where it should be SF for Swiss francs? So what's the CH? What's the CH stand for? Oh, doggo's outside. I can hear him borking. Speaking of Orca, Orca has my new fave infill pattern. TPMSD. Ooh. I'll have to check it out. TPMSD. I've never heard of that. Okay, do the roll-in T-nuts work? The roll-in T-nuts work. We are good. We are good. I can use roll-in T-nuts. Sweet. I am mucho happy, De Niro. You paid $500 to Linux Mint? Just in like, do they have a Patreon or something? I mean, I've been running CachyOS for the past 2 months, and it's been going like smooth. Like the only thing that has annoyed me so far with CachyOS has nothing to do with CachyOS. In DaVinci Resolve, if you want to edit a video, DaVinci Resolve in Linux does not support AAC audio. So I have to run like an FFmpeg script to convert my audio before I can edit a video. It is annoying and has kind of led to me not working on videos much, which is why you've gotten a couple of shorts. But that is on DaVinci's side. That's on Blackmagic's side. That's not on that side. But other than that, like, I've been loving Linux as my main desktop for the past 2 months. I've had like no issues. Everything's working great. I had to fiddle around with some stuff with some games at first to kind of figure out what settings were the right ones to use. But then once I got it all sorted out, everything's like good. Oh, no, actually I lied. I tried to partake in the marathon server slam this weekend just to try it out, and I couldn't because the game doesn't run on Linux. So other than that, but it was like, oh, I'm just gonna try this game. Like, I have no actual desire to play it regularly. It was just kind of try it out. Altrano gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Marathon is super boring. You're talking to somebody who actually played the OG marathons back in the day. Like Frog Blast Event Core and like, oh, you think there's 4 timelines? There's actually 8. And the game actually ends on Marathon 2, not Marathon Infinity. And by the way, I hope you played Pathway into Darkness. And by the way, how much of this shit is Halo in the Marathon universe? I don't know. Marathon had like no reason to be as like mind-fucky and lore deep as it was for a 90s first-person shooter. Also, if you played it, if you know, you know, the fucking shotguns in that game, the lever action dual shotgun. Oh, the lever action dual barrel shotgun. But yes, I know the new Marathon is an extraction shooter, which is really weird because it's like you can tell they're trying to put some of the old story into it, which is really interesting because they were showing off like the Svit are in it. And it's like, what's going on here? So it's like, let's make an extraction shooter that has a story. And it's like, it's actually, hey, if you could pull it off, like, I mean, Destiny has a story. Wasn't a good story in my opinion, but Destiny had a story. Do you know there's a war going on here? I mean, in Iran, yeah. I warned people. I mean, did you not see the intro to stream? Born too late for war in the Middle East. Born too early for war in the Middle East. Born just in time for war in the Middle East. Aren't both marathons? Okay, so Marathon 1, 2 take place, like they are, Marathon 2 takes place after Marathon 1. And then Marathon Infinity is like, kind of takes place, okay, Marathon 1, Marathon 2, and then the end of Marathon 2 is like thousands of years in the future. And then Marathon Infinity just kind of takes place again during all this, because you're like jumping through multiple timelines. It's really weird. It's like you need a flow chart, like. There. Yeah. So like, let me find it here. So if you want to know the marathon timeline, okay, so this is Marathon 1. Okay, so this is Marathon Prologue, Arrival. So these are all the Marathon 1 levels. And then we have 17 years. So this is like the gap between Marathon 1 and Marathon 2. And then we have Marathon 2 and Infinity take place during all this. So this is Marathon 2. And then we have Marathon Infinity, where you just start jumping all over the flipping place. And then there's also Pathways into Darkness, which take place on Earth in the 90s, and Marathon takes place far in the future. And then technically Halo, because if you play Halo immediately after playing the Marathon games, it's a stealth sequel to Marathon. Like the Halo, like obviously the lore has changed now because 343 is in charge and everything's gone to shit basically. But if you were to play Marathon 1, 2, and Infinity and then immediately play Halo, the first one, it is basically a stealth sequel to Marathon. Iran finally confirmed. Oh, they confirmed Khomeini's been gone for a while. Yeah, Khomeini got bit like in the opening wave. They just didn't want to announce it right off the bat. What's really scary is, yeah, he's a bad guy and he deserves it. But now, congratulations, power vacuum in a destabilized Middle Eastern country. All the Iraq war vets are having flashbacks. What's the worst that can happen? Okay, so how do I attach these? What do these attach with? What are these screws? So we got to attach this now. Find in browser. What are these guys? M212s. M212s. Yeah, I love how the American plan is like, we're just going to roll up, bomb everything, and we'll let the civilians rise up. And it's like, okay, let's see how it goes. We get in the UFO files. I mean, if this doesn't distract from the Epstein files, I fully expect like next week he's going to nuke the moon or something. Latest Orca update seems to have caused me to have to recompile Clipper MCU firmware. What? So what, you sliced a file, you uploaded it to your printer, and that corrupted your MCU? How? It just G-code. How could G-code affect the firmware? How? Okay, for one, if it really did happen, open a bug report. Open a bug report. Like, actually, like, open a bug report. Yeah, that is really fishy. What do I think about the SLS mission revamp? It's sorely needed. The whole SLS, getting Americans back on the moon, or getting, you know, us back on the moon, was horribly laid out, and it really needed to be redone. And yeah, like, put it this way. From like the first manned Apollo launch to Apollo 14 took less time than SLS-1 to like SLS-2. Like, it is insane how like slow and lethargic the SLS program is. The whole thing needed to be redone. Like, they were like, yeah, we're just gonna build a rocket and 3 launches send people to the moon. It's like, no, you got to test this shit more. So they're yeah. Like, at least we have a guy who's in charge of NASA who's at least a space nerd. I don't fully support him 100% because he is a... I don't know what it is with billionaires who made money off payment systems, but they're all weird. But at least we have a weird one who loves space and has been up there twice. In charge of... so out of all the weird, untrustworthy billionaires, at least we got one that kind of makes sense to run NASA. The latest Orca is broken AF. Is it a beta version or is it a full release that's broken? If it's a beta version, well, you're running beta software. Open a bug report. If it's the full release, then yeah, be wary. What is the SLS? The Space Launch System. It's basically what can we do to get all the people that worked on the space shuttle program and keep them employed? The nightly build. Oh yeah, be careful if you're running. Yeah, always be careful if you're running like, especially if you're running nightly builds, you are fully accepting that you are going to be running potentially broken software. And you may have to fix stuff. Use NEMA 17 or 14 for Afterburner. I mean, an Afterburner uses a NEMA 17 normally. Yeah, nightly builds are the RB Dragons. March 1st tomorrow. Dude, it is March already. I mean, for the folks in European land over there watching, it already is. You guys are living in the future. It sucks, doesn't it? Oh, the AB motors. Oh, the AB motors. On this one, they are NEMA 17s, I think. Yeah, they're NEMA 17s, I think. Or are they 14s? I can't remember. I think they're 17s. LDO motors. I can't see. I think they're 14. No, these are these 14s? I think they're 14s. I can't remember. Do I have a spare NEMA around here? You think I would have a spare NEMA around here? Oh, that's a Galileo. I think these are 17s. No, they're 14s. I think they're 14s. Yeah, they're 14s. I think they're 7. Are they 14s for the Z too? No, okay. The Zs are 17s. The AB are 14s. That's what it is. Yeah, the Zs are 14 or 17s, the AB are 14s. I don't know why I'm tightening these yet. Actually, why am I tightening these? I gotta loosen them. Because I'm gonna have to adjust the gantry once we get it all belted up and everything, but good enough for now. All right, there we go. Oh, look. That, I can take the stoppers out. Don't need those anymore. Okay. Okay, so that is that. Okay. Now I need my Z. So this kind of sucks. The fact that the belt is just one long belt is kind of annoying, because I was really hoping I can kind of cheat and pre-cut it. Oop. But we're gonna have to basically run one, trim it, cut another one exactly the same length, run them both. So, what's the build volume? 180. It's 180 cubed. Swiss Canadian francs. There you go. It's Swiss Canadian francs. There you go. Visited my mom today and she's like, did you go pick up euros? And I'm like, I'm going to England. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, they don't use euros there. They use pounds. She's like, oh. I'm like, and no, I did that the first couple times I traveled. I would take out cash. I would go to the exchange. And I just use my credit card for everything. Like I do carry like 60 bucks in local currency on me just in case. But like, I fly in, I land, okay? I take the train from the airport to near the hotel, and then I check into my hotel. Well, that's credit card. And then the event's all weekend. So I'm at the event or at the hotel or at dinner after the event. So everything's like food and like, it's all credit card. Like, I think I still travel with the same 60 pounds that I got the first, like, this is my third time going to the UK for Smurf. I think I still have the same 60 pounds I took out for my first trip to Smurf, like 3 years ago or 2 years ago or whatever. I still have Chinese money. When I went to China, I went to the exchange and I'm like, can I get like $100 in, or like $50 in won or whatever, RMB? And she's like, oh, we don't have any. I can give you like 20 RMB. And I'm like, okay, I'll take that. And she's like, that'll be $3. And I'm like, okay. And then I never used it once, because in China, you use an app for everything. Like in China, you just use your phone for everything. You use Alipay for everything. So you just link your Alipay to your credit card, and you just use that for everything when you're over there. So, would it ever make sense to use NEMA 23s over 17s? On a 3D printer of nominal size, no. Once you get up to like Voron Phoenix size, the NEMA 23s start to make a bit of sense. The thing is, once you go to NEMA 23s, you lose a lot of speed potential, but you gain a lot of torque. So if you go big, like if you are building a large format printer, we're talking like over 500 millimeters cubed, NEMA 23s start to make more sense because they can move more mass around without having like as many downsides, but you lose speed, right? Because you're now moving more mass. So your ability to change directions at high speeds gets dampened when you go with the bigger motor, because you're moving more mass. So the motor spinning one way to suddenly spinning the other way, there's a lot of mass there, and it's going to show in your prints. So you kind of want to use, 3D printing is one of those things where you want to use the least amount of moving mass as possible. So 500, I mean, there is no set rule. Okay, I have a Venture XL. It's NEMA 17s. Now, granted, they are very tall NEMA 17s because you can get taller motors for more torque. So, yeah. But also the advantage is NEMA 23s are 8mm shaft. Most NEMA 17s are 5mm shaft. So if you go with NEMA 23s, they have a thicker shaft. So the odds of them bending when you have a long belt path and you really tension that belt, especially if you're using like 12mm belts, the odds of you bending that shaft are much less. In fact, on Voron Phoenix, they don't use double shear anymore because the 8mm shaft on a NEMA 23 is so freaking thick, you are not bending that no matter what. So you don't need double shear. Like, you are not able to you will break the belt before you bend that shaft on a Phoenix. So there is no set rule. It's just kind of like, as you get bigger, the NEMA 17s start to drop off and the use case of a NEMA 23 kind of gets a bit better. It just depends on your use case and what you know and what you're trying to get out of the printer. All-wheel drive makes sense as you go bigger. But you can make up for all-wheel drive by using thicker belts and bigger motors. So many people want a yes or no answer, and there isn't one, and I think that breaks some people's brains. There is no yes or no right or wrong answer a lot of the times when it comes to this kind of thing. It's just kind of like, you got to weigh the pros and cons for your particular use case, and it might make a bit more sense, but you could also just do this instead. And like the way the internet is nowadays, I think a lot of people don't like it that. They don't like that they want to be told yes or no, which I think that's why so many people like LLMs, because LLMs just tell you what you want to hear, regardless if it's like the true answer. Running belts in a Core XY system. It is so fun. Put a 1 in chat if you enjoy running belts in a Core XY system. It is so much fun. This would be much easier if I took the gantry off, but I don't want to because I'm being lazy. Also, if you're like, why you don't have a great camera angle for this? This is the 50th time we run belts on a Core XY system on this channel. We have become increasingly efficient at it, and if you've seen it once, you've seen it a million times. I'll do the overhead view so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, this is actually going to be a little bit annoying because this is fully closed off. All-wheel drive looks great. All-wheel drive does look great. I mean, I have a printer with all-wheel drive. I got the whatchamacallit behind me here. Or actually, it's not behind me anymore. It's on the shelf, but... Go. Oh, go down. There we go. This is so much easier to do when you don't have the gantry actually firmly attached, so you can just like move it out of the way instead of trying to pinch it through the tight spaces. You can just move it. By the way, who was it on the last stream there that recommended I watch Lazarus? Lazarus, it's an anime. Who was it that recommended I watch that? So I watched it, and it was okay. It was okay. Somebody recommended I watch it, and I watched it, and it was okay. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting, and it felt like season 2 of a 4-season show, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't bad. It just felt like I was jumping into a story halfway through, and I don't know. So here's the thing. Do I do this the right way and cut the belt and then cut another belt exactly the same length? Or do I put the one belt in, cut it, and then just run the other belt, cut it, and hope it's the same? What do you recommend for first anime? Cowboy Bebop. Watch Cowboy Bebop. Everyone likes Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood. Make sure you watch Brotherhood, not just Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood. Watch Gundam, the original Gundam series. Macross, I don't know. It's hard to say. Gundam or anime, I think, is one of those things, like, it really depends what you're looking to get out of it. Like, it really depends what you're into, because anime is just a medium. That's like saying, what's your favorite, Western movie? And by Western, I mean like English. What is your favorite cartoon? What do you recommend for somebody who wants to watch cartoons? What cartoon would you recommend? South Park, The Simpsons, SpongeBob, King of the Hill? Like, anime is just a medium. So it depends what kind of do you want robots? Do you want to get mind fucked? Like, do you want a love story? What do you want? But regardless, watch Cowboy Bebop. Damn it, Bobby. Apparently, I did hear a thing that apparently, like, King of the Hill has like a super large fandom in Japan, and they have arguments over whether the sub or the dub is better, because apparently a lot of King of the Hill doesn't translate well to Japanese, and it's like, no, you have to watch the sub, otherwise you don't get the inflection right. Kind of like how we have a sub versus dub thing here. They have the same thing over King of the Hill over there because of the Texas-ness of it is a thing. When I found that out, I laughed. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be lazy. I'm gonna be lazy. Be lazy. I don't want to rerun the belts again, so we're just gonna cut it and move on. So, the bottom one. Get that, man. There we go. Scissors. Where did all my nippers go? Seriously. Where did I put? Oh, we're here. Okay, so let me just make sure that we are on all the bearings and everything is happy and we're good. Okay, we're good. Belt should have measurements mounted on like cat fight. That'd be interesting. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Did you watch? Has anyone else watched the new Gorillaz short film? They made like it's kind of like a music video, but it's like 10 minutes long, and it's like has like 4 or 5 songs in it. So they didn't like use a full song. They like kind of mashed 4 songs together to make one long song. But Gorillaz put out a music video for their new album, and it's like entirely hand animated, and it looks like straight out of the Jungle Book, like that kind of animation. It is such a vibe. I love it. I'm watching, I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Bold move, Cotton, just running, cutting edge. I love to live dangerously. I love to live dangerously. I love refrigerator. Here. Put it in green mode for you. One second. Okay. I need, let's see if this will work. Dang it, that ain't gonna work because there's not enough. Oh, there we go. Gotcha. What is VATS? ValveTech Automated Targeting System. Have you played Fallout? It was a joke we made when this camera last died and then it started working again. This used to be my overhead camera for streams because it's been kind of buggy. Okay, there we go. Just do the sound effect. The treat. Okay. So, right there is both of those are the same. Just gonna put that in there for now, just to hold it. Okay. this right about there. Wait. But that camera cost me a pretty amount of bottle caps. You know what's funny? I bought, okay, ready? We're gonna do on a little side tangent here, okay? I went to Costco, and when I was at Costco, I bought this. I picked up a case of Sunset Sarsaparilla. So apparently there's like some of them are blue bottle caps, which are the collectible ones, but it's funny because it actually comes, one, it comes with a bottle opener. It comes with a bottle opener. So it's got it's just a twist bottle opener, nothing fancy. But they also give you a bunch of bottle caps to go with it. So they just give you a bunch of bottle caps. So, yeah. I've never had sarsaparilla soda, and I don't want to open any of these yet because it's like a collectible thing. I mean, it's a good prop. It'll go with the power armor. But yeah, it's Jones Soda, Sunset Sarsaparilla Soda. I've never had sarsaparilla soda, so I don't know. The only downside is in Canada they have to have these warning labels on food that's like high in like fats or sugars, and I wish it was a sticker because it kind of ruins the aesthetic. Otherwise, I would have just like, I would like to cut this out and keep it kind of thing. It's like a root. Yeah, I know it's like a root beer, but I've never had sarsaparilla. So yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's like the kind of tie-in stuff I'm all for. It'd be cool if they had like Nuka-Cola, but they only had the Sunset Sarsaparilla. True Fallout coming soon. I know. Still jet. Gotta love how like some video games it's like, how do you slow down time in your game? Oh, you overclock your brain, or you take basically drugs. And in Fallout it's like, yeah, no, it's straight up math. So I'm not a huge fan of these style of belt holders where they like, you gotta like push it in from the back because they're always a pain in the butt. Where is my? Like, come on. No, not you. There you go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I gotta make these the same. Try and do at least one side the same. There we go. Not that it matters, because the thing is, we are YOLOing this. Okay. So line up those belts, line up that belt, line up that belt. You're on your idler, you're on your idler. You're on your idler, you're on that idler, you're on that idler. Okay. To the back. there we go. We're good. They both feel equal. And we're good. Looks like a great kit. Yeah. Buff out is steroids. Yeah, in the original Fallout, it straight up is steroids and meth. But due to ratings like ESRB ratings, they had to change the name. But yeah, in the original Fallout, it is straight up meth and steroids. Okay, so now I actually put the proper screws in. Doom Micron 180s and ooh, nice. I have a 120 Micron. I think I ripped the tool head off of it because I need to get like something out of it. Because the problem with like a 120 Micron, it doesn't make any sense functionally. Like a 120 Micron, you are spending almost V2 prices for V0 performance. And I have 3 V0s. Somehow. Why? I don't know, but I have them. Nasty. Is that the one where it flies in above the person recording? That one happened a while ago. Like, it happened during this conflict, but it happened like earlier in the day. Yes, I've totally been glued to my news feed all day. Just a little bit of a doomer. Okay. Yeah, everything's rubbing because nothing's bound up. Okay, there we go. So we have our gantry belted up. So now we got to do our Z. So I have two options here. I'm going to be the lazy one. I'm going to just cut the belts equally and then trim them from there, because then I can mount each one up as we go. So, feel for the people living in that building. I mean, it sucks. What are all the crypto bros and like influencer bros living in Dubai gonna do? Because they can't like make content for 3 days. Okay, so cut that one. So the only problem with doing what I'm doing right now is there is a chance. Oh, no, there's plenty of belt here. Plenty of belt, hopefully. Because you have to pinch the belt in here, so I want to have all four so I can screw in all four at the bottom and then route it down and up and out. There we go. Consider selling 2 of my 4 printers to make room for actually having them set up to run it instead of just printer FDM lines. I mean, there is a reason I moved a lot of my printers to the garage. Basically, the printers you see out here in the garage are the printers I use regularly. The printers inside my house, I don't use that much anymore. Because the thing is, it's like, while I do build a lot of printers, I only use a couple of them at a time. And it's like, why would I use like a V0 and have one set up all the time when I have, you know, 4 Prusas sitting on a shelf ready to go? And, you know, Pantheon and 2 Vorons and whatnot. There we go. Okay. Got that. Okay, so belts on the inside. So what do we have coming up through that? Are these the same length of screw? So because we have, shoot, are these the same length? see here. Because we don't have, oh shoot, did I? Oh man, this is gonna be annoying because I'm gonna have to, do I have them in there? Oh no, I do have them in there. This is gonna be annoying. So I gotta line up some nuts. That's gonna be annoying. How are the belts run? They come out through there and they come out through there? Okay. That makes sense. Because we don't have this fancy one. Find in browser. Because we don't have the KLM. Okay, let me find this guy. There we go. Okay, where are you at? Z joints. Z joint assembly. We don't have the KLM. There we go. Okay. So the question is this the same screw for both? Yes, it's the same screw for both. Okay. So this screw is, find in assembly, find in browser. It is an M320. Okay. And it's a socket head. Okay. M320. There we go. Will there be a boron laser cutter? Probably not, because like lasers, DIYing a laser safe enclosure is kind of a pain in the butt. It can be done. It's not hard. Plus, what do you use for laser software? Like Clipper doesn't do laser, I don't think. So it's the reason you don't see a lot of open source lasers and like open source resin is because it's just easier and cheaper just to buy off the shelf. Like if you can't do it any cheaper than what's on the market and you can't do it any better than what's on the market, it's hard to do. That's why you don't see open source resin. Resin machines are dirt cheap. You can't build a DIY resin any cheaper than options on the market, and making one better than even entry-level ones on the market is hard. So it is what it is. DIY GPU. Has anyone, I remember watching a YouTube video where a YouTuber made, ooh, that would be nice. If they had this for the entire length, that would be nice. That would be nice. I mean, resin machines are shit simple. That, screen, Z. There really isn't much to a resin machine, so. You want to know what the funny thing about Twitter is? Like, let me see if I can find it. Where'd it go? Shoot. Where'd it go? So, Khomeini's gone kaput. Bruh, hop online. Just casually DMing the corpse of the Iranian Ayatollah of Iran. Bruh, hop online. New Fortnite patch is out. Shit's lit. He would, but internet is blocked. I think he has more pressing issues right now. You know, I'm going to delete that now, because now if I go into my notifications, my first chat is Iranian, the Ayatollah of Iran. Okay, let me delete this. Let me delete that message. Delete. I don't want to be seeing Khomeini's face when I open my Twitter DMs. Bruh, hop on Fortnite. The fact that they didn't... You could turn that off, by the way. On Twitter, it's very common to turn off your DMs if you're a large account. I have mine open because it's fun messing with bots. But, like, the fact that the Iranian government still had his... Like, he had his Twitter account open for DMs is absolutely hilarious. Knock, knock, it's the RCMP. Oh, wait, I gotta take this out. So I put... This part is kind of annoying because I have the gantry kind of installed. So I put these screws in to just kind of hold the nuts in place. So hopefully I don't have to deal with like the screws falling out or the nuts falling out. Because this is like the hardest part about small builds. They're just annoying. They're just like fiddly to work on. Okay, is it... Seems like a really long screw. Am I sure these are M320s? M320. Yeah. M320. Okay. Seems really long. Oh, there's a cap. There's a cap, that's why. There's a cap I need to put in here. That's why. There's a cap piece. One of these guys. That's why. That's why it seems long. There's a cap piece that I gotta put in there. That makes sense. I don't know why you would need a cap piece. Why would you need a cap piece? There's this to sandwich it. Like, it doesn't make sense that you would have a cap piece. Does that line up? Doesn't even line up. Like, why would you have a cap piece here? Oh, you don't. The cap piece, you don't need the cap piece. Okay. You don't need the cap piece. Yeah, you don't need the cap piece. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So this is kind of the downside of not having the manual. You kind of have to just figure stuff out as you go kind of thing. So hopefully these screws are the right length. Yep, they're good. Okay, we're good. I regret not buying a custom-sized boron trident. Why did you want a custom-sized boron trident? Oh, gotta take this off. Okay, so now I'm gonna run this through here. Oh, this is annoying. There we go. and over. And that's good enough for now. So that's one. And I don't think I ran it over plastic this time, so we're good there. Unlike that last time we did this. Okay. Put my feetsies back on. Magneto X. If you get the Magneto X working, it's not bad. The problem with the Magneto X is just it is first gen early dev product. It's you might have to faff around with it a bit, unfortunately. It's just kind of like you just need to understand you are buying a beta or a first generation product. So it's kind of like it is what it is. Okay, 320. Two more of these. Morning from Kuwait. You're in Kuwait, Bryce? Do you live in Kuwait? Or are you just visiting? If not, I hope you're safe. I hope you're doing well. If you're in an... I will say, as morbid as it is, watching exo-atmospheric IRBM and SRBM interceptions is actually extremely beautiful. If you're in a bad area that you're deployed, my brother in Christ, OPSEC. OPSEC, Bryce. Please tell me you're not that one soldier outside, or no, that was Bahrain. I think that was Bahrain. I'm watching a video this morning of an American soldier in his like apartment building outside of the main base in Bahrain where 5th Fleet's headquarters is. And he's recording the video of the Shahed drone coming in and hitting the satellite uplink dome. And he's like, oh shit, I better get out of here. And he's recording it and he uploads it. It's like, congratulations, you just broadcast to the world where the American soldiers are staying at in an active war zone. You idiot. So I hope you're following OPSEC, Bryce, and I hope you're well. And I hope you can enjoy the pretty fireworks and hopefully you're not affected. They will train. Bro, they will... As somebody who's been following the Ukraine-Russian war for the past little bit there, it is insane how quickly they can geolocate your position off a couple pictures. It's like the guys using Strava. Oh yeah, the fitness app. If you didn't know, there used to be a fitness app. I think it still exists, called Strava. And you basically use it to track your like running and whatnot. But the thing is, it plots it on a map and it shows where other people are running. And like all of a sudden you just see a bunch of people exercising in the middle of the desert in like the UAE. And it's like, what's going on? Oh, American base, it's secret. So. But yeah, OPSEC. I remember years ago, the first like exercise I did with the Army after I got out of basic. I gotta line up these nuts first. It was a nothing special X. It was just like a normal like weekend field X, right? But like the big thing with it was, this was in like 2010, I want to say. Yeah, it was 2010. So 2010, first big field X I've ever been on. Dropped a screw and I don't know where it went. And it's in the middle of like some fields in Alberta. It's at Wainwright, if you've ever been out there. And they told us, because this is 2010. People are starting to have smartphones and starting to post on social media. They're like, hey, some of you have your phones. We're not saying you can't have your phones on you. Just don't be posting shit on social media. And at the end of the exercise, we did a big like company-wide after action report, right? We did a big AR. And what they did was they brought in somebody from like the military SIGINT department, and they basically went through and told everyone everything they found out without being part of the X. They're like, this is all the shit we found out about you guys and what was going on and where, without stepping a single foot on base, by just having people monitor social media feeds. They're like, oh, there was a platoon over here on this day, and they were attacking this area over here. This soldier is over here. By the way, this is where his house is. Like, they just went through and like just monitored social media for like people talking about the base and like stuff like that. And just at the end of the X, they're like, this is all shit that blew out of OPSEC. Like, this is why you practice OPSEC. And this was just like a fun little, like, not a fun little, but like a little reserve exercise. And it's like, this much shit leaked out in 2010. This is before, like, you know, this was what Facebook and like, I think MySpace was still around. But like, this was early days of social media. So imagine nowadays with like freaking Instagram and TikToks and shit. Oh man, line up. Okay, doesn't want to line up. Come on. Come on, line up. There we go. Definitely missing Michigan right now. Oh, dude. It's actually nice here now. It's actually nice here. I mean, if you live on the Detroit area, Michigan, it's actually kind of nice right now. Dang it, the nut isn't in position. I gotta line up the nut. Shit, where's that nut at? Oh, it's right there, okay. Ah, this is annoying. I need a small. Ah. You're definitely doing OPSEC. It's frustrating when talking to family. Yeah, so I'm not gonna ask you what you're doing. But once it's all over, if you have any pretty pictures you want to share, feel free to share them in the Discord, as long as you're allowed to. Yeah, if you're not sure if you could talk about it, don't talk about it. Like, OPSEC is one of those things, like, during a training exercise, you joke about, and it's ha ha ha. But, like, when you're in an active war zone, that will get people killed. Don't mess around with that shit. Do not mess around with that shit. I hope you're okay. I hope your location's safe. And, again, exo-atmospheric IRBM interceptions are beautiful. They do look pretty. They're just kind of tragic what creates them. Okay, let's see if I can line this up this time. There we go. We had a few get in hella trouble for OPSEC and be sent home in deduction. Oh yeah, definitely. That shit will get people killed. You do not mess around with OPSEC in that, especially if you're in a defensive position over there, like working on the Patriots or whatever. By the way, for those watching at home, every time you see a Patriot missile go up, just know that's $5 million in tax dollars going up if it's a PAC-3 interceptor. So there goes $5 million of your tax dollars every time one of those go up. Dang it. This one doesn't want to line up. Dang it. Yeah, but think of all the social media cred you can get if you shared it. Don't you hate it when you're screwing in a screw and you don't know if the screw's going in or not? I don't think it's going in. Shit. Dang it, that means I gotta take them both out. This is annoying. Think of the poor... Somebody think of Raytheon. Poor Raytheon. Oh, dang it, that's why that nut fell right out. Dang it, okay. Let's see if I can line this up. There we go. Frickin' Dick Cheney is rolling over in his grave right now that he's missing out on this. Any big arguments on the War Thunder forums? You know what I feel? You know what I feel bad for? There is one poor sad F-14 Tomcat in Iran that is just like tired and it wants it to all be over. Those Iranian Tomcats, somebody's got to put them out of their misery. It is just sad at this point. Need to go join their sisters. Okay, don't tell me the other one moved. Damn it, the other one moved. Fuck. This is annoying. Lining up these stupid T-nuts is super annoying. Because it's like they keep moving around. Okay. Turn my light off. Can I use the hot end from the Micron on it? It depends on the tool head you're using. Micron Plus, Joe, these are open source printers. They can use a multitude of different tool head or hot ends. There's no standard hot end for the Micron. There's no standard hot end for any of the Voron printers. There's like several different options you can choose from. So as long as you're using a tool head that can take the hot end, you can use that hot end. Just look in the files. There's usually different options for different mounts you can print. So. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, got one in. The problem is with these hex nuts, there's nothing to like keep them in position. So they have a tendency to just kind of move around, which is kind of annoying. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. So I gotta back that off a bit. There we go. Okay. It's just a birding accident. As somebody who grew up during the Bush years, is like, hey, I've seen this before. Where are all my millennials at? This is like, what, the 4th time this shit's going down in the Middle East? Like... Don't forget, we do have the spool of filament from Polymaker to give away at the end of stream, so enter for your chance. Link in the video description below. We will be doing the draw at the end of stream today, which will be whenever I finish doing this. It's like, come on, get in there. Like right there, come on. There we go. Is my heater dying? I think my heater's finally dying. It's a little chilly out here. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that is that one. So we are good there. So I gotta flip this over and do the other side. Actually, I'll flip it up and tighten these up so we don't lose them. Ooh, almost knocked that over. That would have been a bitch. Okay. We need you, and we're going to need you. My nose is cold and I don't like this. You know what I want right now? You know what I want? Do I have any left? I do, I have one left. Smoke 'em if you got them. It's beer o'clock. I wish it was the 90s. I could afford, dude. You know what? It's funny. The more time goes on, the more I believe Agent Smith had it right. Late 90s was the peak. Late 90s was the peak of like, things are good. Everything's been downhill since 99. Ever since 99, everything's been downhill since 99. The Gen Z now, haha, Harambe, you know, 2016. Oh my God, Harambe was 10 years ago. No, 99. Everything's been going downhill since 99. Born in the 90s. I feel sorry for all the kids that went through like imagine if you're like, if you were born in like 2005, okay? So you're born in 2005, like you become a teenager during Trump 1, high school is all COVID, and then like Trump 2, college, and now go into the workforce. You've had like, nothing has been good your entire life. Everything has been shit. Everything's been a mess. It's like born into the Great Recession. Trump 1, COVID, Trump 2. It's like everything has just been shite the whole time. How did these go? How did these mount? Like, at least some of us millennials had a couple good years before everything went to shit in 08. Like, I graduated, I didn't actually, I don't think, did I graduate? I didn't. Like, I finished trying to go to college before 08. Okay, so it's smiley face out, because the belt loops up. Okay, that makes sense. So smiley face out. So that one goes there, because these are different. There we go. Okay, smiley face out. And then what size screws? I'm assuming M3/8s probably. Or actually, no, what size screws? M310s? And browser. M312s. Okay, I'm gonna have to grab from in here. 312s. And 312s. Not everything, with the exception of the... Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, there has definitely been improvements with, like, you know, social exceptions of that kind of stuff and whatnot. Like, I'm not saying, like... It's not like the mega folks who believe, like, the 60s were the best time in America, which it wasn't. Although I've never actually got an answer from anyone who's mega who like, make America great again. Give me an exact date. When was America great? Because I guarantee you, if you go back more than like 10 years, for some people, it was not great. So yeah, there's a fallacy to the argument. But I mean, like, the type of society we had in 99 where, like, rich people were taxed pretty high, income was pretty good, like, things were pretty good for the majority of people. Everything's kind of been going, you know, wages have stagnated, unemployment, like, there's been, you know, ups and downs. But you know what, I hope you know what I mean. Like, here in Canada, I think for LGBTQ marriages, it's been like 2005. It's been okay since then. 1994 was the best year ever. Look at the movies and music. So for me, it's like 96. If 96 is like, because 96 is like when I think back to memories of my childhood, like 96 is like when I really start remembering stuff. I was 8 in 96. Like I remember Princess Diana dying. I remember that. I don't remember, you know, I was, for those of us that are like, have been around since like, I was born when the USSR was still a thing. That's a trip for some people. And then I got people in my audience who are like, yeah, I remember that. I was in high school, or I was married by then. Yeah, the Clinton, I remember the Clinton years. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I remember all that. David, I was born before Reagan. And everything's been downhill since Reagan. Everything's been down. Reagan is the cause of so many problems. It's all Reagan's fault. I smoked but never inhaled. I remember that. Like, I swear, let me pull it up here. I can pretty much, when did Jurassic Park come out? The earliest date that I can pinpoint remembering, like I have memories from my childhood that I can't really put a date to. I remember the night my parents went to go see Jurassic Park. So this is 1993. I was born in 88. So like the earliest date that I can, like the earliest memory I could put an exact date to was in 1993. I remember my parents going to see Jurassic Park in theaters and me begging to go see the dinosaur movie with them. And they say no because it's a scary movie. But I was like, I like dinosaurs. I want to go see the dinosaur movie. So 1993 is like my earliest memory I could put a date to. I'm pretty sure I remember stuff before then, but I don't know when that was. Because I know what house we lived in 93, and I have memories of the previous house we lived in, but I can't really put a date to it, kind of thing. Born in 88. I was born in 88. Did I grow up in Southern Ontario? I did. Technically. I mean, I'm from Nova Scotia. I was born on Cape Breton Island. I used to live in Halifax, but like we moved down here when I was like 2 or 3. So I don't really have memories of Nova Scotia, but I was born in Nova Scotia. And if all goes well, we're going back up there this summer for a family trip because my son has never been. The last the last time I was out there was the year before my son was born. And we are going back up there this year for a trip. So there's going to be 2 weeks this summer where you're not going to get any live streams. Or actually, I'm going to have to figure out how to live stream while traveling. Because it's like, I can't go 2 weeks without live streaming on this channel. If I go a week, it severely impacts my numbers. So I got to figure out what to do for 2 weeks of live streaming while traveling. So I got to figure that out. Shoot, I saw ET in theaters. When he made Jurassic Park, it's still... So the trick, Shadow... The trick... Shadow Steve, the trick for why Jurassic Park looks so good, it's because it was all practical. Yeah, they're CGI dinosaurs, but like the majority of the dinosaurs that you see on screen are props. They're practical. And like the majority of the scenes with CG dinosaurs are like in the rain, or they're using tricks to kind of hide the CG a bunch. because like at night and making stuff wet is an easy way to hide bad CG, which, you know, 1993 CG is bad. So like Jurassic Park looks so good because the majority of the dinosaurs you saw on screen were practical effects. That's why it looks so good. All right. So we got one side done. Now we got to do the other side. Because like, let's be honest, if you go back and watch the you go back and watch Jurassic Park now, that first scene with the Brontosaurus or Brachiosaurus, it hasn't aged well. Like you go back and you watch that scene with the Brachiosaurus at the beginning of Jurassic Park, it's daylight. It did not age well. If you think that Brachiosaurus from the very first, like in Jurassic Park there looks good, it doesn't. It doesn't. Let's be honest, it doesn't. But the T-Rex looks good because it's at night, it's wet, and they use CG very selectively. I think Corridor did, was it Corridor? I think Corridor Crew did a pretty good breakdown explaining like why it looks good, but it's kind of cheating why it looks so good. Terminator 2 held up? Well, because Terminator 2 was mostly practical, and the majority of the CG stuff you see was the T-1000, which is liquid metal. It's because they used CG in parts. They didn't use it everywhere. They only used it sparingly where the tech worked, versus now where everything is rushed and shitty green screen. And it's like, we'll fix it in post, has caused so many issues. Yeah, there's only 12 minutes of CG dinosaurs, yeah. I keep misplacing stuff and I don't like it. And my nose is cold. How did I lose this stupid... One here. There it is. Okay, let me make sure I actually have these lined up first. Iran has vowed the heaviest offensive yet. I mean, all I can do is lob missiles. That's like all they can do. The thing is, it's going to be expensive. You want to know what? This is how I think about it. You know who this helps? Not Iran. This helps everyone who plans on attacking Western powers in the next couple years, because they only make so many PAC-3 missiles a year. They only make so many HIMARS a year. And they are just eating that shit like no tomorrow right now. One second. All right. But yeah, like you can only PAC-3 missiles. They only make so many of those interceptors a year. They only make so many HIMARS a year. Yeah, they can ramp up production, but that costs time and money. So if you're a nation like Taiwan and you want to be very sure you're safe against a certain other country in 2027, you're looking at your potential supply of defensive munitions go bye-bye right now. And you're probably not too happy. Yeah, yeah. So let's be honest. Khomeini was 88 or something like that. The dude was on his way out anyways. Putting him in the ground a couple years early, it doesn't really change much. All it does is destabilize the region. Like, yeah, there's the hope the civilian population rises up and seizes the means of production and, you know, gets rid of the evil bad guys, which we all hope for. But that's asking a lot. That is asking a lot. He was 80, okay, 86. Why are so many world leaders that decide everything like in their 70s and 80s? Can we stop having boomers who were born in the 40s be in charge of everything? Can we stop having, you know, geriatric boomers born in the 40s be in charge of the world? That'd be really nice. There we go. This one went in a lot easier. There we go. There we go. Okay. He wasn't a boomer. Yeah, I mean, yeah, good point. None of these people are boomers. They're frickin' the, what is it, the lost generation or whatever? Why can't, you know, politicians just like do what Trudeau did, okay? You come into politics, you're popular for a couple of years, you start losing popularity. Instead of trying to hang on, you just say, screw it, I'm out, and now he's off banging Katy Perry. Why can't they just do that? Yeah, for those that don't know, here in Canada, our former Prime Minister is currently dating Katy Perry. So, yeah. Why can't they just do that? Why can't politicians go, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go have fun now. It's like I see billionaires. It's like if I had $1 billion, the first thing I would do would be not how to figure out how to make another $1 billion. And be like, holy shit, I have $1 billion. I'm gonna go have fun for the rest of my life. MySpace Tom had it right. MySpace Tom had it right. He created MySpace, he sold it for a bunch of money, and then he effed off. I wish more people would be like MySpace Tom. He's my hero. I gotta find this one. Uh-oh, did I forget to put a nut in here? Did I forget to put a nut in here? Rip Tom. Why Rip Tom? He's not Rip. He's still around, I think. I hope. Shoot, I gotta put another nut in here. I forgot to put a nut in here, I think. Or unless it fell out. I can't see. Oh, no, it's there. It's there. I just gotta line it up. There we go. Well, have you stopped at one printer? But there you are. The rich treat money like a collector. It's a mental thing. I swear it is a mental condition. It is a mental condition billionaires have. It's like a hoarding problem. I think it's related to hoarding. Like, considering how many billionaires we found out have visited that one island over the past couple years, I swear being a billionaire means like is like an indication of mental issues. Why can't they all just be like Flava Flav, right? Wear a giant clock around your neck and donate to stuff and like have fun. They're all psychopaths. You said it, not me. Okay, shoot, I gotta figure out some alignment stuff here. Okay, hopefully this works. We gotta make this float. Remind me to tighten this back up. Okay. There we go. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Line up, screw. Please tell me you're lined up. Dang it. I don't think it's lined up. Are you lined up? Oh, that one's lined up. Okay. Too much lined up though. Okay. Ah, oh no. I pulled my. There we go. Okay. You go there. You go there. "3D printing is definitely mental." No. Dragon syndrome. Honestly, I could totally see in like 2100, you know, hopefully once we get past, you know, this little hurdle in civilization and we sort shit out, that like I could totally see in like some future textbook that like what's the dragon from Lord of the Rings? Shelob? No, Shelob's a spider. There being like some sort of dragon syndrome or something like that named after like the dragon from Lord of the Rings. For like a term for like people in the 20th century, the world was affected by people suffering from blah 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 smog syndrome, where they just like obsessively collecting money. Kind of like how, you know, we look back at the Dark Ages. You know, they technically weren't the Dark Ages. There was actually quite a lot of advancement. I could see that being like a future thing where they consider like our age the age of like the smog, suffering from smog. Not that, well, that's smog too, but it's like, yeah, we could have become a post-scarcity society like 50 years sooner, but we were held back because so many people just wanted to collect money. And once the proletariat rose up, and now we have colonies on Mars, and not run by that weirdo guy. Remember, don't behave good now because you want to behave good. Behave good now because you do not want articles written about you in future history books. You don't want to be that picture of the what was that girl's name when they got rid of black and white schools in the southern U.S. Ruby Rose? Oh wait, no, she's a wrestler. I can't remember what her name was. But you see like pictures of people like harassing this poor girl going to school because of her color. And it's like, that shit happened 60 years ago. Those people are still alive and voting. It's like, you don't want to be that picture in the 2050 textbook. Robert Heinlein predicted the future. They would know our times as the crazy years. Yep, I could see it. I could see it. Agent Smith had it right. Agent Smith had it right. I behave good because I don't want to disappoint my dog. I know, don't we all? You don't want to disappoint your doggo. It's bad for the doggo. Which one is this? This one. Queasling. You get it in the dictionary. Yeah, Queasling. If you don't know who Queasling is, he's the Swedish. It's a Swedish guy. He basically like helped the Nazis take over the country or whatever. And now he's like synonymous with like a turncoat. Kind of like how Benjamin is, or not Benjamin. What's the American guy or the British guy? Benedict Arnold or whatever. Kind of like that. And then if you've read the World War Z books, Queaslings are people in World War Z who are infected by the zombie virus, but then hide it on purpose. Come on, line up. I can see you starting. I can see you starting. Grab the nut. Grab the nut. Come on, you got this. Grab the nut. You gotta tighten that down a bit more. There we go. There we go. Norway, that's what it was. Yeah. Everyone should read a history book every now and then. Doing a 2-color print on my SVO8 manual color changes, 264 of them. JDCCC26. Masochism is a thing. Some people are into it. Apparently you are. That's insane. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing 266 manual or 264 manual filament changes? Are you insane? I was bored. When I'm bored, I play video games or watch a movie. I don't babysit a printer. You better be recording this. You better have a time lapse going. You better be time lapsing this shit. You better be doing a time lapse of this. You better be making content out of it at least. Okay, line up that nut. Some of us are too old to play video games. You're never too old to play video games. Why is being old prevent you from playing video games? There are so many video games that you can play at any age, regardless of your reflexes. Heck, I'm at the point in my life where I play video games on easy mode. Because it's like, I don't have time to sit here and try and like fight a random guy 5 times in a row to get through an area. I'm like, just put me on easy mode, make me super overpowered, and just get me through this game. And that's perfectly okay. And if I could do it, you can too. There we go. And there we go. So now, what time are we at anyways? We're at 10:09, okay. We have our X, Y, and Z installed and belted up. Get rid of these guys. Don't need these anymore. So I am gonna have to do some tuning and adjustments for all that stuff, but not worried about that today. We're gonna have to play with the tension on some of these, but that's okay, it's easily adjustable. So right now, I like to, normally before, like in a perfect world, you do what I do now. You tighten everything up and you just kind of leave it for a bit and let the belts kind of, because especially if they're fresh belts, they tend to stretch a little bit at first. So I'm not gonna play around with adjusting belt tension or anything right now because the belts are gonna move anyways. So for now, I'm just gonna kind of leave it as is, but I am gonna trim these up because I don't want these floppies. Adventure puzzle games, no hand-eye skills. Yeah, I mean, play story-driven games. I've found out, like, honestly, what was it? We gotta finish Control. I gotta finish Control. Keep putting that off. But I mean, like, let me pull up some of the recent games I've played. Black Mesa, that was 10 hours to beat. Dispatch, I beat that game twice. And that was 16 hours, so it's, 8-9 hours of playthrough. Detroit Become Human, that was 11 hours. Like, I'm kind of a fan right now of, like, games that are, like, 8 to 12 hours and a nice, good, solid story. That's kind of my go-to for games right now. It's like 8 to 12 hours, a good, solid story, and I'm happy. Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, I'm playing through Forbidden West right now. I haven't actually played it for a couple days. I gotta pick it back up. But I beat Zero Dawn. Now, how long did it take me to beat Zero Dawn? Zero Dawn took me 22 hours to beat Zero Dawn, and I am 10 hours into Forbidden West. And both those games I played on like story mode. That's why I don't have a lot of playtime, because it's like I'm kind of playing it for the story. It's like I don't want to spend, you know, an hour trying to fight one bad guy. I have no, like, yeah, it's cool to, like, you know, take him out the super cool way, you know, learning all the weak points and collecting, but I want to spend like hours collecting all the material to build all the weapons that you need to take out everything efficiently at high difficulty. I'm like, I just want to play for the story. And yeah, I did on Zero Dawn. I did most of the side missions too. Like any important side mission, like actual side mission, not like, oh hey, I need you to go collect 20 things for me and come back and I'll give you an item. I didn't do those side missions. Those ones I skipped. But like any actual side mission that had a story to it, I did. Couple thousand hours. I mean, I got 750 hours in Baldur's Gate, which I'm pretty sure is bugged. I think I have more than that. Rust, 1,000. Okay, 4,000 hours. Okay, here's the thing, John. Do you play with a group of friends? Like, if you play with like a group of friends, or you play on the same server with a community, I can totally see having thousands of hours. I mean, like, I had a month or two played on World of Warcraft back in the day when I played that. Like, some games it just adds up quick. Some games it just adds up quick. 13 years of EverQuest every day. Yep. Yeah, some games you just, it's not like a job, but it's like, you know, just what you do. You just hang out with your friends and play a game. LDO kit sold out. Do you expect a new revision coming? I can't really say. But they build them in batches. LDO kits always come in waves. They'll do a batch of kits, they'll sell out, and then they'll replenish at a certain point. I mean, right now with like the whole tariffs and everything, everything's kind of taking longer than normal, and it's more pain in the butt. But I can't say for sure either way. Candy Crush and Bejeweled. Oh, geez. Go. There we go. Bing, bang, boom. There we go. Voila. Okay. Let's put some skirts on, because why not? I don't know. I don't think there's any reason I shouldn't put the skirts on now. What time are we at anyways? 10:15. You know what? Well, we'll end the stream at 10:30. We'll end the stream at 10:30. We'll call it a 10:30 night. Yeah, I am going to have to play around with racking for sure. That is really racked, but that'll be easy to fix. USD just dropped significantly. Did it? USD to CDN. I mean, it's been pretty stable to the Canadian dollar, fortunately. U.S. Department of Defense alert system has instructed personnel in Northcom not to wear uniforms in public. Northcom is North American Command. Interesting. Well, that means they're going to lob them. So for those that don't know, Iran has a lot of short range and intermediate range ballistic missiles still. They kind of whiffed their load on the last war with Israel and ran out of the big stuff, but they have a lot of the small stuff that they could just yeet. So okay, so if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament yet, link in the video description, enter for your chance. Don't wear uniform in public. Bahrain base got hit. Yeah. Yeah, don't wear your uniform in public if you're military. Oh, okay, these ones don't move. I gotta loosen these up. It means that they're afraid of home soil attacks. Because remember, Iran does have a lot of nuclear material. Not enough to make a bomb, but enough of stuff you don't want in the air. Okay, let's move this around. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun to de-rack. Okay, it's okay in the back. Oh yeah, this is all. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a bunch of adjustments here. Is it the belt that's tight? Oh, the belts aren't doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Wow, that is like the most racked I've seen. That one's on the money. Wow, that is really racked. Okay, let me see here. Well, you can make a spicy bomb. Why does that seem... Okay, let's play around with this. There we go. Loosen that. That. Let's get this de-racked. Trying to avoid saying certain keywords so my stream doesn't get flagged. There we go. Yeah. Had to skip a belt. That's why. There we go. Okay. Now, back up. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. I could use make capsaicin. Yeah, it could be a capsaicin bomb. May we live in uninteresting times. There we go. So now there's a little bit there we got to fiddle with, but that's good. Okay, so that's that. So again, if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the video description, enter for your chance. We're going to be doing the draw at 10:30 tonight. And then Tuesday, if all goes well, what we're going to do is we're going to be working underneath the printer. I might do the tool head. I got to figure out what tool head to do and with what hot end. I kind of want to not pick a hot end or a tool head yet because I want to see if I can pick up anything cool at Smurf that we could showcase on this. So what we'll probably do on the Tuesday stream is we'll probably do all the electronics and everything underneath. So we'll do the basically everything under the hood, make it all look cool. And then at Smurf, I'll see if I can pick up anything Gucci and cool that we could use for the tool head. Make the world boring again. Yeah. Remember when the McDonald's dollar menu was $1? That's my goal post. 24-hour Walmarts and dollar menu McDonald's. We used to be a society. I mean, now here in Canada, at least, they have the extra value menu or extra value meal, which is a cheeseburger. I think it's a double cheeseburger. What is it in Canada? McDonald's value meal. McValue meal. Yeah, I think it's like it's the $5 meal, yeah. So it's like a McDouble, a small fries, and a small pop. Or 4 nuggets, small fries, 4 pop. Or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Choice of McDouble or McChicken, a small fry. Oh, and a 4-piece nugget. Actually, that's not too bad. For $5, you get either you get a sandwich, 4 chicken nuggets, a small fry, and a pop. That actually ain't bad. That ain't bad for how expensive. Like, here's the thing: a Big Mac combo is like $15. So this actually ain't bad for $5. The 10 for 10. I remember once, this was 2012, 2013. I remember once we went on I was advanced party for an exercise to the States. Because I live in Southern Ontario, so it was actually quicker for us to go down to the States for training on weekends than it would be to go up to like a base in Canada, because it'd be like drive 2 hours into Michigan or drive 5 hours north to like Northern Ontario. So we would go to the States to like Battle Creek, Battle Creek, Michigan. There was 1 or 2 bases in Ohio we would go to. But I remember once we were advanced party, so we were going early just to get everything set up. We stopped at a McDonald's. They had 50 chicken McNuggets for like $10 or something stupid like that. And like, I had never seen so much food at once. I got it. I ate McNuggets all weekend. I paid for it. But like, yeah, we got like, there was like 5 of us. We all got the 50 chicken McNuggets for like $15 or whatever the deal was. And we're just like, what are we gonna do with all these McNuggets? So like, I don't know, one in my rucksack, and it was winter, so they stayed fresh all weekend. So I just ate McNuggets all weekend. Everyone else is eating their shitty army rations out in the field, and me and like the other guys that were advanced party, we just pull out our bag of McNuggets and we're just like eating McNuggets. It was great. We all did that, like usually because we would leave on like the Friday. So we'd get to the armories at like 5 o'clock on Friday. We would leave, we would take a bus to wherever, we'd get on the ground at midnight, we'd move out to position, sleep for 3 hours, and then we'd do exercises all weekend, and then we'd come home Sunday night. And on the way up, we'd usually stop somewhere on the highway for like, just stop at a McDonald's. everyone would just grab a bunch of like McChickens or whatever and just stuff them in their rucksacks, because it's like, it's gonna stay, it's the weekend, it's winter, it's cold, it's gonna stay fresh. So everyone would just have like, be hilarious, because it'd be like the officers would be like, eat your rations. Like, fuck you, I got a big double. I'm eating that instead. 3 barbecues for 20. Okay. Remember when you would go to a fast food place and you would get home, you would have salt, pepper, napkins, ketchup, all just in the bag. You remember those days? You remember when you didn't have to ask for napkins and ketchup, let alone salt and pepper? Like, you would just have it. You would just get home, open up your bag, and you'd be like, okay, get everything. Nowadays, it's like, you are lucky if you get a straw. Half the time, they forget to give you the straw. Like, you have to ask for ketchup, you have to ask for napkins, you have to ask for the straw half the time. Oh my God. And if you want a barbecue sauce, oh, that's 25 cents. It's like, like, oh my God. Wendy's does, there's a few fast food places that gives you fries, or that gives you ketchup if you get something with fries. But like the majority of places don't now, unless you ask for it. I think every place charges you for, unless you get like a meal that has like nuggets. They usually, if you get a nugget meal, they usually include 1. But if you don't get a nugget meal, you have to like pay for it. It's so annoying. It's like back in my day. Gives you salt. The only place I get salt and pepper is KFC. If we get KFC, the only time I get KFC is if we get like a bucket meal for the family, and I will ask for pepper, just because I put the pepper in the gravy. KFC gravy is freaking horrible for you, but it's delicious. So I like putting a thing of pepper in the gravy to make it a little spicy. So. Still buy KFC. KFC in Canada is better than KFC in the US. It's still not great, but KFC in Canada is better than KFC in the US. So KFC in Canada is a different beast than KFC in the US. So. Wendy's charged you for water? Oh, geez. Now, do they charge you water because they thought you were gonna like go to the machine and get a pop? Went from bomb to bombed. KFC in Canada ain't too bad. KFC is half and half sharing with A&W. They aren't good. So here's the funny thing. In Canada, A&W, okay, for those that don't know, for the Americans in the audience, and the Canadians, I guess, Canada A&W is a completely different company than American A&W, and Canadian A&W is the best burgers you can get in Canada. In terms of like fast food burgers, Canadian A&W is like ranked usually the highest. They actually have really good burgers. Canadian A&W burgers are amazing. And their fries are okay, but you go into the Canadian A&W, and if you get a root beer, you actually get your root beer in a frosty glass mug. Like, they give you a frosty glass mug for your root beer here in A&W Canada. It's awesome. Canadian A&W is actually really good. So if you're American and you ever come to Canada and you see an A&W, try it out. It's actually really good. Tim Hortons coffee shit. Tim Hortons is shit. That's how you know. This is how you can tell if somebody is LARPing as a Canadian, is if they like Tim Hortons. We put up with Tim Hortons. I had a Tim Hortons coffee today, but no real Canadian says Tim Hortons is good. We all know it sucks. So the only people you see on like social media promoting Tim Hortons are LARPing, because no real Canadian actually likes Tim Hortons anymore, especially if you're like my generation or older, because you remember when Tim Hortons didn't suck, when they used to have people, an actual baker baking the donuts in-house and the coffee was good and fresh. Like, now Tim Hortons is horrible. We all put up with it because they're everywhere, and it's like the easiest way to get a quick coffee. But like, any real Canadian knows Tim Hortons is shit. The only people that like Tim Hortons are LARPing. So anyone you see on social media that like, oh yeah, I'm at Tim Hortons. Yeah, me at Tim Hortons with my buddy. Yeah, Canada. They're usually people pretending to be real Canadians or trying to fit in. And they don't know that Tim Hortons sucks. So. Okay, are we gonna do the giveaway? Let's do the giveaway. Ooh, that's interesting. CWIS, that herbal is going off. So, for those that don't know, this is a CWIS. This is like, what, 20, 25, 30 millimeter minigun, Gatling gun with a radome. This is designed to shoot down incoming. Every little red dot you see has 4 regular bullets you don't see between them. So for those that don't know how tracers work. Okay, let's do this giveaway before the world ends. I can't get over how good this printer looks. This printer is turning out so good. Like, I really wish this camera could take better pictures without it being blown out. Wait, maybe if I... do I have... Maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. I can't get this pink to show up good. It is so annoying how I can't get this pink to show up on the camera. Like, it just, the camera sensor does not pick up this pink well. Like, regardless of the lighting. Like, it looks so much more vivid in person. Okay. Let's do this giveaway. If you did not enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, you will have another chance on Tuesday. Also, this week, I'm going to try and do a stream Thursday because I won't be able to do a stream Friday because I'll be in England on Friday because I'm flying out for Smurf. I'm actually flying out for Smurf Thursday night. So I may try and do a short stream Thursday morning, just sneak in a quickie. It'll just be a print and chill because I gotta get packed and ready and everything. So the Tuesday stream will be just a normal stream. But Thursday morning, I'm gonna try and sneak in a quickie stream, just a print and chill. Just so I do something before, because I won't be streaming on the Friday and the Saturday night, obviously. I will try and stream from the event itself. That's UK time, so it's going to be 5 hours off of my normal stream times, just for you North American folks. So it's 5 hours ahead over there. So if I stream at 5 p.m. local time, it's noon here. So if I stream at like noon there, it's like early here. It's like 8 a.m. So just so you're aware, there's a 5 hour time difference between my normal time and where I will be at in the UK. I will try and do a stream or two at the event itself this weekend, but I have no idea when it will be. More details will be closer to the event. Join the Discord, follow me on social medias, you'll get notifications and whatnot. Okay, let's do this giveaway. So that, file save. My feetsies are cold. Getting UV reactive colors to show up well on camera, say special photography. Yeah, set it up so you can rate into my stream. Are you streaming right now? I mean, I can see if you're streaming right now. Down under. I can see if you're. Let me check. Customization, redirect from other channels. I don't see you. So the thing is, I have to be following you and you have to be following me to raid each other. Oh, Thursday? Oh, okay, Thursday. Yeah, I have to be following you and you have to be following me and you have to enable settings. And I don't know if I'm following you on this account. I'll have to check. Post a video from your channel on the Discord and I'll make sure I'm subscribed to you. Okay, clear, open. Names, we got 208 people tonight. Okay, let's pick Few Will Survive. That is apt for tonight. Who's pink? The filament on this printer, if you're wondering, it's LDO ABS, plum pink, and industrial blue, which is a very, very dark gray kind of color. Okay. Okay, so how this works is if you win, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker. But if I pick your ball and your ball wins, you get a free hat. So this ball right there. Wade Franklin Wyatt. You have 3 first names, but either way, if you win, you get a free hat. Good luck. Exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. Like the smash button, ring the bell, and be subscribed to the channel. It'll grease your ball up, make it go even faster. And if you gift subs between now and the end of the race, it will 10x your luck. There is no luck stat, it's intangible, but it will 10x it. So you never know. I'm just gonna turn this heater off. It ain't doing shit. Tonight we could see a rare alignment. Well, I can't see shit because there's clouds out tonight. That's cool. I love space stuff. Oh, 3D5 my life. Ooh, sneaky. Sneaky 3D5. I think you pulled a little, you sniped it a little bit. See, now it's yours to lose. That's the thing. Unless somebody comes down the ramp there and steals it from you. Oh. Spectral. Spectral with the snipe. Spectral with the snipe. So congratulations, Spectral. You will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament. Spectral, there you go. Sweet, okay. So we will call it there. Let me just get this all set up for the giveaway. My feetsies are cold, I don't like this. I'm hungry too. I think we were talking about it the other day on stream. I picked up one of those Detroit pizzas at Costco on like Wednesday when we went because they were on sale. They are so good. The deep dish. It's not really deep dish. It's like thick crust. They are so good. The trick is though, you got to cook them in an oven with a pizza stone and it's got to be hot. So you got to like preheat your oven, cook them on a hot pizza stone. They come out so good. They are so bad for you though, so bad for you. I do a crash diet for the week to make up for it, but oh, so good, so good. Especially for the price. Well, when they go on sale, they're normally like $18 for 2 pizzas, which for like oven pizzas, I don't like paying that much for an oven pizza because you only get 1 meal out of it. Like with me, the wife, and the little guy, it's 1 meal. There's no leftovers. But when they're on sale, they're $14. So it's like $7, which for like a Saturday night meal where you don't need to worry about leftovers, it's not bad. Or if it's like just me and the little guy at night, it's not bad. Because the thing is, my benchmark is a Little Caesars pizza. So it has to be better than a Little Caesar pizza and cheaper than a Little Caesars pizza. So that's like the thing it's competing against. Because Little Caesar pizzas aren't the best, but they're better than a lot of like oven pizzas. Okay. So we're gonna call it there. I wanna give a shout out to LDO Motors. Again, they provided the kit for this build series. If you are interested in building a Micron of your own or getting some LDO filament, you can purchase it wherever fine LDO products are sold. Also shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. If you want some of that stuff for yourself, check out the links below. Affiliate links, they don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in the supporting the channel. Some of them, like the Gamer Subs link, use code Canuck and save a little money. And for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create. Without your continued support, you make it all possible. I'm Taylor Canuck Creator. Be safe out there, wash your hands, and I will see you in the future.